Hello and welcome to how to stream Time Raiders using OBS. So if you open up OBS for the first time, it will usually look something like this. It will be fairly blank, and if it's not blank and you want to start from blank, you can go Scene Collection at the top, click New, and then name it like Time Raiders or something, and then it will give you a fresh, clean slate. The next thing you'll want to do after that is go to Tools at the top and then click the Auto Configuration Wizard. And this basically means so all of the annoying network and bitrate and video codec settings, it will do that for you. So have it on Optimize for streaming and recording secondary, and then click Next. Choose the resolution you're going to want to stream in. You want to take your internet speed into account with this as well, although that's kind of what the configuration wizard does anyway. So I'll say I'm going to stream at 720p 30, just to play it safe because my internet's bad at the minute. But if you can do 1080 60 by all means, or 1080 30, do that, and then connect your Twitch account. Okay, so with this, it will probably. So I have a button here that says disconnect account. It will probably have a button to say to connect your account here, in which follow that through and log into the Time Raiders Twitch account. I'm not going to give you the login details here because security, etc. But yeah, you can log into TwitchP there, or if you're logging into you can log in using Twitch's website and then get the stream key, which you would then input here, but I would recommend just going through Twitch's sort of main setup method. You can leave these as default, then hit next, and it will do a network test and just test on all the Twitch's different servers and essentially optimize your ideal settings to be able to stream as hiccup free as possible. So we'll just wait for that to be done. It will only take another couple of seconds. Come on, please. I like the weird TV static in the background. That's cool. Anyway, excellent, cool. So it has got these settings for us. You can hit apply, and there we go. So once you've done that, we'll go into the actual settings. So in general, this is all kind of quality of life stuff. It doesn't really affect the actual stream much in any way, but you can go through and see if anything tickles your fancy there. Stream, if you haven't already connected your Twitch account in that config wizard, you can also do it here. You have bandwidth test mode. I would recommend using this the first time when you're testing it out, because basically what that means is when you click start streaming, it will start the stream, but it will only be visible to you signed into the account. So if you went to twitch.tv/Time Raiders, logged in to the Time Raiders account, you would see it, but anyone else who's not logged into that account won't see it. And it's just so that you can check that the stream is going well. It's not choppy. You don't have any dropped frames, or and just basically being able to check that your internet can handle it. So we've got that in output. This will also, the config wizard generates your bitrate for you. So, go with what it says at the start. If it's a bit too low quality, you can up it by, say, 200 at a time and see, how far you can get without it dropping frames. Or if it is dropping frames, I'd recommend, taking this down by like a couple hundred at a time and seeing what that does. Encoder, as far as I'm aware, NVENC is the best option. That's what I've always heard, so you know, take it from me. Uh, audio, that's just your audio settings, so you can, you know, check what your desktop audio is. So that'll be your headphones, and your microphone. So that's your mic. The rest of this is usually fine. Video settings, that's fine. That would have been set up with a config wizard. Hotkeys, you can set your own hotkeys to do certain things, you know, to start streaming or whatever, but I would not recommend having one for starting streaming because you might accidentally go live while you're writing a bug report or something. We'll come back to hotkeys in a second. And then in advanced, I think you can pretty much leave this as is. Make sure you're using the latest Direct 3D version. I think is pretty much all I have to say on that. You also got automatic reconnect. If it does cut out, it'll give you a bit of time for the connection to come back before the stream actually cuts. That's something you can do. And yes, okay. So we've got that. So now we will make our scenes. So here you have your scenes and your sources, and then you've got your audio mixer here, and you can see my microphone here, and you've got these sliders, and you can put them up and down. So we'll have our first scene. This will be when you're in-game. So I'll change this to in-game. So within that scene, we want a game capture source. And you can name it like Time Raiders. So this will be the actual game window screen. So it'll give you this settings panel here, and it will default to capture any full screen application. If you have Time Raiders open and in full screen, it still won't show up. But if you tab into the game, it will usually then appear for you. If it doesn't appear, you can also capture a specific window and then just pick Time Raiders from the list there. Everything else you can kind of leave as is. I would recommend having capture cursor on if it isn't by default, just for visibility's sake. So you can actually kind of see what you're doing. And yes, and because my because the stream output is in 720p, but I have the game running on my other monitor, which is in 1440p, it's really bloody big. So you can manually resize it by dragging the corners and making it smaller like that way, or you can in one quick swoop just go to transform and then fit to screen, and that will basically fill the screen with your game. Mine is a bit wider because my monitor is a bit wider. But yes, so you have that, and you have that's it for that one, because you have your audio mixer here. If you don't set your audio here, you can manually add an input device and an output device as sources within a scene, so you can do it manually that way. But yeah, so we've got our in-game scene. I have a couple others on my where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. So I have a couple of like a be right back screen and a stream starting soon screen, just because I don't like going straight into a stream like on the game screen. Why is that like that? You can also use Control F to fit the screen as well. Yeah, so I've just got these two. Well, that one's a bit broken, but this one, it's just, so I've got an image here, which is the background. That is just it's just a JPEG, which I have added a filter on to make it scroll. So you right-click the source and go to filters, and then you click the plus button, and there's one called scroll, and you can make it scroll at whatever speed you want. You can make it go vertically Actually, that looks kind of cool. Okay, maybe it doesn't. But you get the idea. And then I just added the Time Raiders logo, and then added some text, which you can do with the text source input here. Create a new one, name it whatever the text is going to be, unless it's already called that, so call it something else. For the sake of consistency, I mean, I'd imagine this will change at some point, but I use Gil Sans MT, and I use it at 72 point and in bold. And then you press OK, and then, type whatever you want to say. And then it appears there, and you can, drag it, put it wherever you want. That sort of thing. And yes, so with having different scenes, I'll go back to hotkeys at the minute. So you can set hotkeys to go between the different sources. So you see you've got in-game, so you've got, I can do a macro to switch to that scene. So, I don't know, I'll put that on O or something for now. And I'll put starting soon on no, put it on P, and that I'll put on I. I'll see if this works. So, yep, cool. So I am just hitting I, O, and P, and it swaps between them. Wait, oh, the game's not showing up. There we go. I tabbed back in and it showed up. Awesome. But yes, I think that is about all you need to get started with streaming Time Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. As I said, do a test and put bandwidth test mode on. Put that on. When you go to start streaming, it will give you this little warning saying that it's a network test without your channel actually going live, and then remember to disable it afterwards as well. I just accidentally went live for a second there. But yes, I think that is everything. If there are any questions, please throw them my way or Google them. I'm not your dad.